Causality has extremely comprehensive language support. You can spell check in over 100 languages at the same time, including Klingon. You can write scripts in multiple languages, and we supply over 1 gigabyte of fonts so the document renders the same on every platform. Here's one of our test documents where we're writing and spell checking in over 20 languages at the same time. Once you've set up which languages your document uses, you just write, and Causality automatically figures out which fonts and spell checkers to use. Languages are simply set up here in the script menu and languages, and then this area here shows the languages that I intend to write in. So let's say that my script is both in English and in Danish, so I'm going to add Danish as a language. This shows that there's a small download needed for the language pack, which is fine, so I simply press OK, and then I press OK to do the download. So now we're ready to go. Let's pretend that the character Mike is actually Danish, so I'm going to paste in some Danish dialogue. And you can see that this spell checks just fine, there are no errors. And if I right-click here and select the spelling menu, this is both detected as Danish and spell-checked in Danish. But if I right-click the action line here, this is detected as English and spell-checked in English. This detection simply finds the dominant language in every sentence and then spell-checks the whole sentence in that language. So if I delete all this and then type engine 5 times, it's number 2, engine 3, engine 4, engine 5. This is still a Danish sentence because there are more Danish words. But if I type engine one more time, suddenly this becomes an English sentence and now the Danish words are wrong. In order to write mixed language dialogue, you have 2 options. First, you can always just select some text and say what language it is. So if I right-click here and then I say spelling and then Danish, everything is fine because now I've just marked which part is which language. The other option is to spell check in a different mode. Right now we've been spell checking the smart mode, which picks the right language to spell check in. If we switch this to relaxed mode, it spell checks in every language at the same time. So if we OK this, let's pick the next English dialogue, and then I'm just going to glue in some more Danish text here. So now this sentence is both in English and in Danish. And everything is fine because it's spell checking in both languages at the same time. Now let's step this up by also working in multiple writing systems at the same time. So let's go back to languages and add Tamil to our document. And just because it's fun, let's also add Thai to the document. And these need to download both fonts and spell checkers. The way we handle writing fonts is different from what you're used to. In order to ensure that you get identical rendering and page count on every device, Causality automatically chooses the correct font as you write. You only select the overall style. Screenwriting is normally typewriter, and a novel would be serif. Then Causality installs and picks a font that'll be the same on every device. So let's press OK and let the download manager install the language packs. And then we just glue in some Tamil text. And let's glue in some Thai text. It just seamlessly integrates with the dialogue and spell checks automatically. If I mess up the Tamil text, for example by deleting a character, I actually get a spelling error. Even though you should write with the fonts Causality provides so you get the same result everywhere, you can always go to paragraph styles and select any font you want. Just understand that any collaborator who doesn't have this font installed on their device will get a different result than you. Finally, Causality has standard spell checking features like suggestions and user dictionary. If I right-click here, the suggestion is frolicking. so I'll instead add it to the user dictionary. You can edit the user dictionary in the script menu. The user dictionary is per document and is shared among all collaborators.